Hey, welcome to the channel. I am musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. We have made it to the 2015 album from Band-Maid called New Beginning. This really begins the arc of them taking control of their music. I loved Made in Japan. I thought the songwriting, although it did not come from Miku and the band as a whole, I did find the songwriting very meaningful, very deep, fun as well. But I am very excited to see what comes out of Miku and out of the team. And so it really begins to make that shift. And then as we get a few more albums ahead, they have full creative control. So that evolution will be very fun. This is track number 1, Thrill. If you're just now joining us for this journey, I have created documents that take the Japanese lyrics, pull in Japanese culture, pop culture, references, and instead of giving us a literal word-for-word translation, because the meaning can very easily get lost, that it gives us a translation really trying to give us the essence of what's actually being said, sung, communicated. And then we also get some translation footnotes and an about for the song. So we'll dive into that the same way that we did Made in Japan on the other end. But first, we're just going to listen. We're going to absorb. We're going to see what the song communicates to us first, and then we'll take a look at the rest. So let's jump in. This is track number 1, Thrill. Okay, yes. Okay, already off the bat, number 1, the door knocking. Super cool. Loved that. I like when songs bring in different dynamics and just give you this very creative, fun experience that you don't even fully know where it's going, and it's using all kinds of different sounds and effects and all of that working together. This also very heavy tone. Love the sound of it. Excuse me. I'll be curious to see if the lyrics carry as much attitude as the music and the way in which she's singing. I'll be curious to see how the lyrics match up with that. I'm assuming that this is really giving us a glimpse, a taste of where they're going to go, and I'm really liking it. Like I said, enjoyed Made in Japan. It was very poppy. This, I don't even know how to fully describe it. This is very, like, it's not like everything's super dark and grungy. There's a little bit of that. But I really love this sound. It's very fresh. I don't know how to explain it. That the dynamic there, ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba, it's not, but it almost has that thriller, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, and it just, I love that again, kind of flexing, doing different things, ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. I don't know, makes it fun. Okay, let's go, dude. Oh, okay. Okay, so now they're just flexing. They're saying, all right, here's who we are as musicians. Gosh, that bass was so like floppy in a good way. Like, man, you could just hear the strings. I don't know. Bassists out there, don't hate me if you don't like the language I'm using for what I hear. But I just hear that like resonance from the strings. And then when she wants it super tight, it is super tight. Also with the lyrics, I'll be curious on this portion, because then she goes, when she goes up with that, it has this very hopeful, I don't know why, every time she goes to that place, I just picture like sky, clouds, sun kind of like emerging and moving up. So I'll be curious what the lyrics have to say. Well done. I'd have to go back and listen as well, but I don't remember any time during Made in Japan the double bass standing out so prominently. Now again, I could be wrong, and I just need to. I've listened to the album through, a few times, but at least for this, like it just really stands out to me. That's a great sound. I really loved it. Okay, so here's what we'll do. And I know there's a music video for Thrill as well, so I'll be getting that up on Patreon as soon as I possibly can. We do have the Psyche documentary from Orange up, so feel free to go check that out. But let's hop over, take a look at our lyrics. Sorry, I'm trying to clear a few things out here. All right, let's see what we're working with. Nope, this is the wrong song. Spoiler. And I have not read any of these lyrics. I created them, I put them on here, and have not previewed any of them. So I am truly coming in blind. All right. So this says, Thrill opens new beginning with a jolt of attitude and intent, the sound of a band tearing down limits. Cool, I pick up on that. It's about rejecting safe paths and embracing chaos as part of growth. The world is faulty, the singer admits, but she keeps moving, chasing the rush that comes from risk and rebellion. Every lyric pulses with confidence. If life's a storm, run straight into it. Thrill isn't about destruction, it's about momentum, a declaration that comfort kills and courage creates. I agree. All right. To drown out the boring noise, I turn up my headphones, waiting for the moment they trip. Hey, you, listen up. The world is always faulty. If you stop, you lose control. They can call me reckless all they want. I don't care. Step out. I'm curious here. I want to go look at what the literal lyrics say, the literal translation. See, aiming for the moment they fall. I wonder if there's a translation. There's not. What I'm trying to figure out is because this idea of trip or fault, can carry an electronic idea to it. Like if you turn something up loud, it can have a fault, it can trip, it can mess up. And so I'm trying to figure out if that's what she's alluding to with the headphones. I don't know. Help me with that one. Because obviously you could talk about tripping in a literal sense. And with all of this, just know I'm going to look at it. And the whole point, first and foremost, is appreciating the music for what the music is. Love it. But obviously, when people write songs that have lyrics, there is intent behind it. There is something they want to communicate. And so I think that the words are important. But don't hear me that I'm getting tripped up on them. And I'm okay exploring. I'm doing this in real time. It's not like I go study all of it and then try to present it to you. I prefer to do this together. And then invite you in on the conversation. And so as I'm going through this, I might take a moment and hang on things. There are things I'll point out, things I won't point out, and then try to share what I feel like it's saying and what it means to me. But I'm also okay not coming to any concrete resolution with everything. So if I get to a point and I'm just like, yeah, I don't fully know that. Here's what I think it could mean. Here's what it looks like. And I'm fine leaving it there as well. So I don't feel the need to 100% answer every question that I have. And sometimes it is just more about like communicating an idea than necessarily every word having to make full sense, total sense. So we might come back to this in a second after we get more context in the song. The world is always faulty. If you stop, you lose control. They can call me reckless all they want. I don't care. Step out. So obviously it's this idea of drowning out the noise, charging ahead. I've got to be on my way. A flat, easy road, not interested. Just break in new gate. Slip past the trap called regret. That's a cool lyric. The greatest pleasure lives with the thrill. I'll keep living there. So this idea of living on the edge, of chasing your dream, of being okay tripping, like that if you don't, what is it? No risk, no reward. That's so true. Anytime you're going to set out to do something new, I don't care if it's starting a business, I don't care if it's pursuing a relationship, trying out for a team at school, going for a promotion or a new position in your job, all kinds of different things. There is something about having to put it out there, to risk, to live in the thrill of trying, even if you don't always succeed. And a lot of times, to succeed where you ultimately want to succeed, whatever that thing is, there are going to be times that you fail, but in reality, you only truly fail when you fail to learn, right? You only truly fail when you fail to learn. And so you will have your successes along the way to success. And those successes will be what you learned in failing. Good. Glad I could tie this really confusing knot for a moment, but I think you get what I'm saying. All I see are scenes I don't want, boxed into tiny squares. A pigeon draws a curve in the small sky. Who are you? I look up. Struggle all you want, reality stays steady. Even self-hypnosis can't control it. If tears can save me, then enjoy it, taste it. Okay. This I get. I'm not saying I don't get this. I'm just saying this immediately jumps out to me. At least this section is this idea again of failure and being it's very aggressive, right? The way that I'm seeing it. It's this idea of struggle and tears, but the taste of the tears is like, yeah, like fuel, you know? Instead of tears being the thing you're afraid of because of the difficulty, the struggle, whatever it is, the heartbreak, because there will be plenty of that when you step out to do something you've never done before. But it's almost just like, instead of it being this poison to you, the tears are like, no, I can't take it anymore. I can't handle, I'm not going anymore. The tears become this fuel, like taste it. This seems kind of like the world, things that are normal. Sorry, I'll keep you here for a second. All I see are scenes I don't want, boxed into tiny squares. This to me speaks of like the idea of the status quo, right? All I see are these scenes, these pictures, this life that I don't want. It's all boxed into these tiny, neat little squares. And then, so you have this picture of like form and function, right? And then a pigeon draws a curve in the small sky. Who are you? I look up. So I guess, at least to me, I'm seeing this like boxed, very rigid. And then there's this pigeon, which I know there's a connotation to pigeon with Band-Maid. This pigeon is swooping around in the sky, free forming, just flying, carving its own path, and it's free. And then it draws her attention. Who are you? I look up, almost this longing that's like, no, that's the path I want to take. I've got to be on my way. If the fear without answers turns into madness, so be it. Okay. Like not having all your questions answered, it turns into this madness, this craziness, so be it. Just breaking new gate. Tear away the blank erased pages. Step beyond your resolve and offer yourself to the thrill. I like this line. Tear away the blank erased pages. I don't even fully know how to describe what I think this means. It could have to do maybe with failure. The pages, if they're erased, they were once filled, but you've gone back and erased them. So I don't know, it kind of speaks to me, this idea of like, you've failed, you've gone back and just erased, right? And it's just like, no, tear those away, get rid of them, forget them, break new ground, break into, and I'm curious about this lyric on breaking new gate. What are the literal? See, this says breaking new gate as well. Oh, did I cross back down into? Where was I? Oh, here. Okay. Sorry, I got confused for a minute. I wonder if there's a. Yeah, okay, there is. We'll get down there in a second to the translation footnotes. Because a gate, can also represent, obviously, like you have a gate, but a gait is also the way in which you're walking and running. It is like how your legs, right? If somebody was to move with a quick gait. So if you're breaking new gate, and again, it could say something different. We'll look at it in a moment, but just for me and where I'm drawing, it could mean this like break into a new rhythm, a sprint. Offer yourself to the thrill. That's awesome. I've got to be on my way. A flat, easy road, not so it just repeats here. It's like the chorus. That ultimate rush, it makes me run, again, which could be this connection to gate. Step beyond your resolve, offer yourself to the thrill. All right, let's check these out. Break in new gate, an invented English phrase symbolizing breaking limits or opening a new stage. Okay, so it could mean just breaking through, but I do like the sound as well as like connecting it to this chase, this run. Faulty world. Commentary on imperfection and corruption. The band's answers defiance, not despair. Okay. Regrets sinister hand. Anthropomorphizes hesitation. She escapes it to chase sensation. Yes, okay. The song defines Band-Maid's new identity, precision meeting danger, rebellion delivered, with discipline. Okay, and we have our song credits down here. And this song is credited, which I know Miku really is the driving force behind the lyrics. But for most of this album, it's going to credit Band-Maid, not necessarily Miku specifically. So just wanted you to know that. You'll see, if not on all of them, most of them, it will credit Band-Maid. Sorry I couldn't get you more granular, exactly like whose hands were 100% on it. That information is just not fully available to us. Oh, man. Okay. Hey, we're off to a strong start here. It is a new beginning indeed. Thank you for joining me for this video. Let's have a conversation in the comments. And I'm also interested, if you have any stories that of your life that you're willing to share, and I'm asking everybody to be kind and encouraging in the comments. Let's build a community that is uplifting to one another. And so I'm not saying we can't ever challenge each other, but let's not be gross, toxic. Let's not say things foolishly or without thought. Let's have adult conversation and learn from one another. And so if you have stories in your life that resonate or relate to these songs, like is there a time in your life you pushed past a boundary? Is there one of the principles we talked about that like you've seen activated in your life, or even a time that you're like, I feel like I should have done this, but I didn't, and here was the result? That's the kind of conversation I'd love to have in the comments. I think that we can all learn from each other. I hope to see you in the next one because we're eating good.